Welcome to Sociology Vibes, where we simplify challenging ideas into easy to understand insights. Today, our focus is on the sociological explanation of the social bond theory of crime. Travis Hirschi, an American sociologist, mainly developed the social bond theory, also known as the control theory of crime. The social bond theory explains that crime depends on the strength of social bonds or emotional attachments we have to people in our lives. People with strong emotional ties and commitment, for example, to family, friends, teachers, coworkers, and role models, are less likely to deviate. People with weak social bonds or emotional ties and attachments to these groups are more likely to deviate from cultural norms. People released from long-term prison sentences might return to prison because they have stronger social bonds inside the prison rather than the outside. This is called institutionalization because people become dependent on the institution, such as in this case, prison life. Hirschi believed that people have deviant tendencies, but they don't act on them due to their social bonds, including rules and attachments. Think of it like this. Hirschi believed that most people don't commit crimes, not because they don't have the opportunities or temptations, but rather because they have stakes in following the rules. These stakes include their family, friends, employment, or education. And when you care about these things, you don't want to lose them by getting into trouble. Hirschi referred to 4 types of social bonds that keep people from committing crimes. First is attachment. By attachments, Hirschi means emotional connections we have to people, including family, friends, coworkers, neighbors, teachers, and others. We don't want to disappoint people because we are close to them, care about their opinions of us. For example, teens don't want to disappoint their parents or their coaches or teachers. Second is commitment. And by this, Hirschi means we have a stake in following social norms, laws, and rules. For example, parents, employees who find satisfaction in their work, or college students looking forward to graduation are less likely to break the law due to their commitments. Hirschi describes involvement as the third social bond. This means that active people are less likely to get themselves into trouble, focusing on work, school, hobbies, or goals. They all act as social control mechanisms. And then the fourth social bond is beliefs. People who believe in and accept society's cultural values and norms are less likely to violate them. These 4 social bonds, or the types of controls, keep people from committing crimes. According to Hirschi, when people lack one or more of these, they are at risk of engaging in deviant acts. To put this into perspective, let's examine a few common examples. A teenager involved in a sport who has a strong relationship with their coach and teammates, does well in school, and expects to go to college is less likely to deviate than a teen who lacks these social controls. Father with a steady, good-paying job, a happy marriage, and a household to support is less likely to deviate than someone who lacks these social bonds. A person who feels isolated, lonely, and disconnected from their family, is unemployed, and has no plans for the future is more at risk of deviant behavior because they don't have much to lose. It does not mean that they will, but according to Hirschi, the risk is greater. The social bond theory, also known as the control theory, helps us to recognize the importance of connections to society through attachment, commitment, involvement, and acceptance of cultural beliefs. These connections, or social bonds, control our behaviors and positively influence our lives. And next time you're tempted or faced with a decision to deviate even slightly, pay attention to the decision-making process within you. Chances are that one or more of the 4 social bonds will sway you to stay on the straight and narrow. And this makes sociology fascinating, don't you think? Thank you for watching. Be sure to comment below with your thoughts, questions, or any topics you'd like us to explore next. Let's keep the conversation going and our community growing. See you in the next Sociology Vibes video.